It's not loud. We're here. It's Friday the 13th, and are you ready? Are you sitting back in your seats? It's Friday! Woohoo!
We made it through another week.
But Friday the 13th is sort of special. We don't do that so often.
I know it.
So
Once in a blue moon.
I know, but did you know we're going to have a green moon?
No, tell me about it.
We're going to have a green moon because the sun is going to be at a certain angle, and the full moon this month, with the planets lining up, it's going to have a green cast on the moon.
Wow.
Because the way the moon and the planets hang out, and it only happens once every 420 years.
Oh, well, this should be a must-see.
Yeah. So, thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Good.
that was just a little tidbit, but
But wait, there's more.
there is more.
All
Because the space station.
Yeah.
My girlfriend called me last night. She was recalling my call, calling me back.
Okay.
And we are space people.
Oh, you're okay.
We like to do that.
All right.
And when the first space station, and they said years ago, we're coming over Jensen Beach, we laid on our driveways and we watched it. And it's like a little dot.
Like a star.
It's star.
Yeah.
And it just zips across.
Yeah.
Well, last night it zipped across.
Right.
We got to see it. And tonight it goes from 9:16 to 9:18, moving west to southwest. So if
Okay.
you look to the west, you can watch it go to the southwest. Tomorrow night, on the 14th,
Yeah.
it's 8:23 to 8:28, which is 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
So, and it's
gonna-
above northwest to southeast.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So that makes sense. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then it goes on the
you get
next
a better
night.
arc of it.
Right,
Yeah.
as it makes the circular motion around
Right.
the Earth.
Right.
So I just wanted to
All right.
comment on that. So at 9:16 tonight,
If you miss it tonight, you can catch it
tomorrow.
Right.
Or don't miss it at all.
Right.
It's just a little dot in the sky, like you said, like a star.
Yeah.
But it's so exciting.
It is cool.
Yeah.
And there's 6 people floating around up there.
No, the Starman. I mean, in the Tesla.
Yeah.
Did you see he was on the news this morning?
No, the Starman in the Tesla is gone. I mean,
I know it is.
Yeah.
I know that
Yeah,
is.
he's-
But I mean, I'm still thinking about that
yeah.
of someone up there in another terrestrial that will come and see this person in this Tesla,
Yeah.
and they'll take it back and analyze it.
Yeah, it'll be a big head scratcher for any
Exactly.
civilization that comes across the Tesla.
Anyone that had enough money to do that on his own rocket, I give him all the and Elon
Yes,
Musk.
that's correct.
Okay,
All right,
he
you're
was
2 for
on
2.
he was on the news this
Yeah.
morning, and he was with CBS
All right.
this morning, and they were talking about going in his new car, and he had to recall cars.
Yes, I heard about that.
And then he put out the new car. They went for a test ride in,
All right.
and he opened up the car for Gail Storm,
Okay.
Oprah's friend.
Oh,
That's on CBS in the
Okay.
morning.
all right.
you know.
I miss all that programming, so
Okay.
that's all right.
And then they went for a little ride, and he
Yeah.
went, "Oh, Elon is such a gentleman." I'm sure he is.
yeah, oh, yeah.
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 But they showed how he worked hard, and he stayed at the plant and the couch. She said, "This couch is hard." He said, "Yeah, you don't want to sleep too hard." So he made little puns along the way, and it was a
Yeah.
very nice interview.
Oh, cool.
So we got a new Tesla out there.
Yeah, I understand. His whole concept is to try to build these cars to be more and more affordable as time goes on.
It will be.
Yeah.
It will be.
So
So-
do you have a Tesla in your future?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, it
You
might be
never
a
know.
three-wheeled bike by the time the Tesla comes out because
never
but
know.
I might get it motorized.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never, that's true. Yeah. In Miami, a lot of people have them, and they have a lot of stations,
Yeah. Charging stations.
charging stations up.
Yeah.
So it's where, how do they say that? Where the money, where it accepts. I mean, there's a lot of money out there, and
Yeah.
come on, Frank,
I'm trying
help
to
me.
find. I'm trying to. I don't know where you're going. Otherwise, I'd
you
help
know
you
what?
out.
It's where the economy will accept this.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah.
I don't. There's another word for it, but
Yeah. All right.
when
well,
there's a demand,
right.
it's supply and demand.
Right. Right. So the people.
And
Well,
but it's built in Miami, so Miami is targeted for this, and they're already up and going.
All
So
right.
they're like the child of this electric car.
oh, I didn't know they were producing. I thought they were making them in
They're
Silicon Valley.
making it somewhere, but he lives in Miami.
Oh, I didn't know that. He lives in Miami. Wow. Cool.
As far as I know, he lives in Miami,
Wow.
and I know most of the people in
We should
Miami have a
invite him-
Tesla.
We should invite him to take a run up here and visit with us on a Friday show.
You know what? Wouldn't that be a hoot to call in?
Yeah. Say, hey, we do a radio show every Friday at 5. Why don't you roll in here with your Tesla and we'll promote it.
Or just call
Yeah.
on the phone.
Yeah. But I think, a live demonstration. I mean, he's all about demonstrations.
Oh, he is.
Right?
Yeah, with Gail Storm, he was
Yeah.
all about the live
Sure.
demonstration
Yeah.
this morning, and he's like one of the top automakers.
He's
He's the most talked about.
He is.
We got
he's a
GM,
salesman,
we've got-
salesman though. He
But
knows
you
how
know,
to
it's
sell
his
a product. Right.
And if you don't sell yourself,
Right.
everybody, you sell yourself in the framing business. I sell myself in the hair business.
Right.
You have to sell yourself, even though you work for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about sales
Yeah, absolutely. So true.
and workmanship.
yes. Yes. Yeah. Stand behind what you do.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep.
And he has lots of money. Plus, he's our SpaceX man.
Yeah.
And so he must have a lot of money. And I'd love to know how he came about.
Well, he started a software company and then sold it for a bunch of bucks, and then he started his SpaceX on a shoestring
Right.
shoestring budget. Almost went bankrupt, and he had 3 launches that failed.
Right. And he was trying to put him back on the platform,
Right.
and he finally did it.
Right, but he was successful. His fourth
I'm sorry.
his 4th launch was successful, and that is when he got his first government contract.
Okay.
Once the government could see he could actually perform, and his rocket engines are pretty good quality, because
Are they built in a Tesla plant?
no, it's SpaceX plant. They're making them. I think.
And aren't they in California?
No, they're actually making them. I think in I want to say Louisiana or
Something
Alabama
said
or
they have
somewhere
them
like
in
that.
California too. Maybe the
Texas.
Tesla plant is in California.
The Tesla plant actually is in California, as far as I know.
Okay.
And they're using an old car plant that was closed down.
Right. I read that too.
Yeah. And so. And
But I
he's
know
using a
he
lot of the-
resides sometimes in Miami.
Well,
I
I
know
wouldn't be a
he's-
bit surprised. Yeah. Sure.
he's there.
Yeah.
And I don't know what nationality descent he comes.
He's from South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. He's South African, but he moved from South Africa to Canada
Right.
before he came here.
Right.
So,
So wow.
yeah.
It's a wealth of information. We never know what we're going to talk about.
That's
we just wing it,
We do.
and this is
Neat
a
stuff.
wonderful conversation for people coming home.
Yeah.
And if you're driving anywhere, you see anything,
Give us a
220-9788. You are our roving reporter. We'll
Yeah,
put you on
'cause,
the air.
The Martin County website for the Sheriff's Department no longer puts up information that we can access. So,
Really? Why?
and I don't know why. I'd have to ask the sheriff, and
You know what? That's a thing for Mike to ask, because on Tuesday mornings, doesn't he have
Yes, he does visit
Sheriff
with-
Snyder on there?
Yeah, Sheriff 911, 411, or something.
411, 911.
I think
Sheriff
it's
Snyder.
I think it's 411. It's information. So
Right.
yes. So
I thought
yeah.
211 and 511 was information.
I think 411's information.
411 used to be you could call and get someone's phone number
Really?
on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 411 is the code for information.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they do have 5 and 2.
Okay, they've expanded the one
No,
ones.
If you call 211, you'll see some of it is road.
Okay.
They tell you what's, and the 511 is another one that they give you all
Oh,
this
wow.
information.
Cool.
Like if you suicide or
Oh,
whatever,
wow.
you know what I mean?
Oh, helplines?
Helplines.
Oh, okay.
They're all helplines.
All right.
That's a good word. Thank you.
Yes. I help out when I can.
Yeah.
All right. Well, of course, you already alluded to the fact that today is Friday the 13th. And if you get a little superstitious, you're not alone. At least 10% of the U.S. population has a fear of the number 13.
Get out of here.
At least 10%. It's a condition known, and it is a 16-letter word, paraskevidea.
What?
It's PARASKEVIDEKATRIAPHOBIA. So it's a phobia, and it is the fear of the number 13.
Okay, like black cats and walking under a ladder and.
No, the number 13. That's very specific to the number 13.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought it was always a special, it's a lucky charm.
It is more than $800 million is lost annually because of Friday the 13th.
People don't go out, they stay home.
Since people avoid getting married, traveling, even working. The story of the unlucky day is shrouded in mystery. Some link it to the beginning of the Code of the Hammurabi, which may have been omitted a 13th rule from the list. Others say it originated from the ancient Sumerians, who considered the number 12 perfect, and the number that followed it was imperfect. Others say the notorious day began on Friday the 13th in October 1307. Francis King Philip IV had hundreds of Knights Templar members arrested.
Wow.
And I've even heard rumors that the 13 is an unlucky number because there were 12 apostles. So, and Jesus was like the 13th. So, and he had a bad day on Good Friday. So,
Oh, is that the apostle that did the bad word?
well, that was Judas. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Turned him in. So, but so there was 12 apostles and Jesus that made 13. So a group of 13 is considered to be an odd. Anyways,
Right.
that's
I
the
know it's
legend.
all about
Yes.
that. And astrology is the
Yes.
same way with the 12 planets and,
Right.
and the 12 this and the 12 that and,
Right.
and the 12 months in the year and
Right, 12 is considered a perfect number. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, anyways, just kind of interesting superstitions and things like that. So,
yeah.
all right, very good. I have this, and I got to play it through my laptop because I can't connect it to the board, but I don't have it anymore. Oh yes, here it is. You know, the French president.
Right.
Macron, I
Yes.
think's his name, right? And he came out recently, and they
He's
played
not having a good time with our president.
well, whether he is or not, I'm not too sure about that. But he did report on the recent genocide that took place in Syria, where the
Right.
Syrians killed.
Yeah, that's why they're not having a good time.
Well, anyways, but he's supporting the president, and
Right.
And he's supporting the United States, and he came out publicly and said that Syria was definitely, he felt involved. It was not just some other parties involved. It was the Syrians that actually gassed their own people.
Oh, the
All right.
Syrians gassed their own people and the Russians didn't help?
Well, that's another story. That's but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So anyways,
Proceed.
Okay. So anyways, but so they played the clip, but it was just the French president speaking in French only.
So we couldn't
And-
understand it.
Right. Well, then the announcer came on and then gave the description
Okay.
of what the French president had said, and that got me to thinking because I have a twisted brain, anyways. So I got me thinking.
So you
about-
have Winnie the Pooh and Piglet up there, and they're deciphering it.
No, but anyways, I got this, and this is kind of a comical twist on people that speak French.
Okay.
All right. So that's where I'm going with that. Let me pot this up. So
Oh, that's better for me. I can
all
hear
right,
you.
good. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right.
Well, let me give you a warning, okay? I was in Paris about 2 months ago, and it was just a little vacation. It was on the East Coast. I had 7 days off. I say, well, I'll just go over there and I'll go to Paris. But let me give you a warning. If you're going over there, here's an example. Chapeau means hat. Ouf means egg. It's like those French have a different word for everything.
All right. So that's a little Steve Martin for you. Anyways, those French have a word for everything. It's
Yes. Oui.
anyways, it's just kind of a funny thing. But so the French president was just speaking French, and then we had to figure out what he was saying because nobody knew what he was saying because
Right.
unless you're in
From Canada,
Yeah,
or exactly.
exactly.
From France, or
Montreal. Yeah.
a French, republic, you don't know what they're saying, and there's
Right.
different dialogues, just like in the
Yeah.
United States.
right,
The dialects are different. They have slang,
They
just
do.
like we do.
Yes, and I found out in Germany they have High German and Low German. I didn't know that.
Oh, so you stand on the hill and down in the valley?
Woo-hoo. Yeah, yeah. And of course, many of the cultures have.
Oh, we all do.
Sure.
I mean, we have so many different dialects in the United States.
Wow.
If you start,
Yeah. Yes, true.
you've got New York, and
New
you've
York,
got
New
Upper New
Jersey,
York.
right.
You've got in the city, and you've got New Jersey, and
Right.
then you go out to like the Midwest
Or how
and
about
Ohio
wait,
and
wait,
Indiana.
wait. Just go to stay in along the seaboard, and you got the Carolinas.
Right,
They lost all the letter R.
right. They
There's-
did.
it's just
exactly.
different. And then you get to Georgia.
And then you go to
Thanks.
Louisiana and you get in the bayou and they talk their own language.
Right.
You go right here
Because
in
of the French
Florida
influence.
and you go to the center of Florida and you get the crackers.
Yes.
If they don't want you to know what they're saying, they talk English, but
Yeah.
you have no clue what they're saying.
Yeah.
They nasal it and talk it and beep a deep. And if
Really?
you're around Yeehaw or that general area, they have their own
Yeah.
dialect.
Oh, speaking of Yeehaw, didn't you do something there last
I
week?
did. I went last weekend to Forever Florida.
Yeah. How
Thank
did
you
that
for
go?
asking.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Forever Florida. Everyone should go there. It's a big preserve. It's a ranch.
Yeah.
And it was sanctioned after this young man that passed away with a heart problem. He had a
Okay.
heart transplant, and he was a biologist
Okay.
and a nature.
All right.
And he wanted, his lifelong dream was to keep the ecosystem and have a preserve that people from years and years can come and see what is exactly.
Oh, natural Florida.
Florida.
Okay. All right.
So
totally undisturbed natural Florida.
Exactly.
Okay.
So they have a ranch called Flying J
Okay.
that the family owned, the Bouchard family owned, and then they have Forever Florida, and that's the preserve.
Okay.
So we went up there, and we've gone up there before and did zip lining. On the first zip line, they improved it.
Uh-oh.
It's bigger and better.
Oh, of course.
So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
saw where the old zip line was, where we used to go, and now I think we're going to go back and do the bigger and better one. But we went on a big hunting buggy.
Yeah. So
That
tell
was
me about
held
that.
like 20, 30 people up, and our guide, Dee,
Yeah.
was phenomenal.
Now, how high are you in this buggy?
You're in like a second story.
Yeah. So it's
It's it's like 20 feet high.
Wow.
So, and they take you all through the ranch, and they take you through there's different ecosystems on this ranch and preserve. So you get to do a hammock, you get to do a low-lying area, you get to do a preserve where they do prescribed burns.
Okay.
You get to see all the different animals, the birds. People don't realize this. Florida is between Alaska and Florida. We are number 1 and number 2 for eagles.
Yes.
And eagle nesting.
Yes. Yeah.
We go back and forth, but both states have the most eagles. We have the big birds of prey. We have the osprey, and the vultures and different things like that.
Yeah, the turkey vultures. Yeah.
There's 2 different kinds of vultures.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yes. So we go through that, and they explain all that, and it's a 2-hour ride.
Okay.
And then you can walk around the area. They do horseback riding. They do camping. They do zip lining. They have a lot of different things that they do up there. And this has been going on, I think, about 20 years now.
Good night. Now, what about mosquitoes? Is a mosquito?
Well, we did take bug spray.
Okay.
But we were in a good spot because it wasn't buggy.
Right. And if you got a good breeze, too, that helps, right?
Well, this time of year is about the most perfect time of year to go.
Right.
So we went up there, and the land is phenomenal. It reminded me of my backyard in Yeehaw when I lived there and had my farm, because I had the slough, I had the cypress trees, I had the cypress knees, I had all the ecosystem right in my backyard. And then down at the end of the street, we backed up to Rollins Ranch, and we had a little way to get into Rollins Ranch for a while, and the tram, which was a defunct railroad trestle, was up high, so we could walk the tram and look at the ecosystem that was there, which was
wow.
totally cool.
Very cool.
Yes.
Very good.
So if anyone wants to go, Google Forever Florida. Take a chance.
Yeah.
You won't go wrong.
Now,
It's about an hour and 20 minutes from here.
Now, do they do the tours year-round?
Yes, they do.
Well, that's good to know.
Yes. And sometimes they're on Groupon. That's how we went.
Okay.
We went on a Groupon, so it was like a discounted coupon.
Okay.
So
So what's the normal rate?
You know what? I never looked.
Oh, okay.
I never looked.
All right.
So I
can
don't know.
find
I
out.
think it's about $24, $25 a person. It's not expensive.
No, that's not going to break the bank. No.
No, it's not going to be. No, not at all. And they have a restaurant there, and all the beef they raise there,
Yeah.
it's all grass fed.
Grass fed, yeah.
And they sell it there,
Nice.
and all their hamburgers and everything. It's like Kobe beef,
Wow.
but just as good.
Okay, very good. Well,
Okay.
good.
Well, we got a break. The half hour went on.
Yep, we're done.
Okay.
So
Well, we'll come back. We got lots going on this weekend.
Right.
If you're bored here, it's your fault.
There it is. Exactly right. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, now it's time for today's Southeast AgNet Report, brought to you by Everglades Farm Equipment, a family-owned business for the past 50 years with 10 Florida locations, including Fort Pierce, Okeechobee, and Loxahatchee. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Ha ha ha, we're back. We want to
Yes.
see who's listening. No one's called in yet, 220-9788. I guess the roads are okay, all the traffic's okay. We got, I think, listeners.
Well, the roads are thinning out, though, which is nice. Yeah, I noticed
You
that.
think so?
Yeah, Tiffany tells me when she drives home, she doesn't see as many cars on US 1.
Oh, yeah.
It's still jammed up quite a bit on...
At Walmart. All the Walmarts are jammed up. I don't care where you go, south, north, east, or west.
the trip between Fort Pierce and Port St. Lucie, still lots of cars.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
everyone lives right off of US 1, and,
Yeah.
and that's, there's only one way in and one way out.
Yeah.
You only have so many roads.
Yeah.
You know, you got, where's she at in Vero?
I don't know.
Okay,
It's-
but
it's-
Oslo
it's
Road
close
is
to US 1, obviously.
Oslo Road goes to east and west.
Yeah.
You know, then you come down, and then you got 25th Street. You know, up above in Fort Pierce that comes around east and west. Then you come down, and then you've got Orange Avenue. You've got Indian River Drive. You have all these east and west
Right.
territories.
Right,
Then you
right.
get down to Port St. Lucie. You got Port St. Lucie Boulevard. You've got Prima Vista. They only go east and west.
Yeah, and Seaway, by the way, funny you should mention that. Seaway is going to be closed next week for doing, I think they're doing some road improvements around the
Seaway
bridge.
Drive in Fort Pierce.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, which is a nice shortcut that we like to take from US 1 to head.
Oh, when you go to Blind Creek Beach?
No, just to go home. It's just because it's just, you take it right, you go right along the beach, and then you just scoot right
Oh,
around
that's true.
to the house. It's easy for us.
Yeah, that's true. You can go all the way down and go over the Stewart Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a nice drive too. It's very pleasant drive. Very few traffic lights, which is always nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I got a little message from Nelson. I messaged him this week to come on, and he was like busy. But it's going to be like 84 degrees. You know,
Right.
Wind's going to be perfect. And Sunday, we're supposed to get some raindrops, but I think later in the day.
Yeah.
So he's looking for a great weekend.
Yes, should be a good weekend. Saturday looks
And
to be the better of the 2 days.
I
think.
don't know if he's doing the yoga class. I couldn't remember what he said about the yoga class this weekend, but I think he's doing.
I think there's some interest in doing that, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think he just likes to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's some people that show interest, I think he'll probably.
He'll do that.
Yeah.
But I still think the big bash at the bowling alley is on the 22nd.
22nd.
So
right.
I haven't heard anything different.
They're having some sort of get-together, too, earlier that day, Sunday the 22nd. I forget what.
What's Earth Day?
Yeah, they're having a big to-do on the beach on the 22nd, and then it's
but
like 10
Earth
o'clock
Day-
in the morning. Yeah.
Earth Day is
Yeah.
the 22nd, so a lot of
Okay.
a lot of things this weekend coming up, and next weekend and the weekend after are doing a lot of Earth Day
All right.
things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a big day. It
Sure.
happened in 1970.
Now that's also, is that the day that coincides with doing the trash pickup and the cleanup around the beaches and the rivers and all that?
I don't know.
Could
I
be.
probably.
Makes sense.
It does make sense. But I'm saying they coordinate that this weekend, next weekend, the 22nd, and then the 27th weekend.
All
So,
right.
which you'll be gone.
Yes. Yeah. It's just a quick week, and then I'll be back. Back in
That's
the
right.
big chair.
Is Tiffany going with you?
Yes and no.
Oh, she's going to go she's going to go to New York and then meet you, or you're going to meet her.
Right. She's going to meet me. Yes.
That'll
So,
be cool.
Yeah, I'm going to send her to New York first.
Maybe I should make a little list what I want from Chinatown.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. She'll pick it up for you.
I know she would.
Yeah. Yeah, in a New York minute.
That's a good pun. So what do you want to do this weekend? We can talk about what's going on. You know, we have the 21st anniversary annual Stewart Downtown Craft Show is at 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, which is tomorrow and Sunday.
Right.
And the fair features crafters from across the nation with paintings, wooden sculptures, ceramics, jewelry, handmade baskets, plus a green market with plants, dips, and homemade soaps.
Wow.
And I know
Yeah.
the Riverwalk will be going on Sunday. Admission is free. Free. So if it's free, it's for Frank.
Yes.
So,
Yes. If it's free, it's for me. Yes.
and that's about all that's going on in our, well, no, one other thing. The local Audubon of Martin County's annual Spring Garden Party is 4 to 6 p.m. tomorrow at the Possum Long Nature Center, which is on Palm Beach Road, which is right off of East Ocean.
Yeah.
And that includes music. It's casual dress, refreshments. It's free. It's
Wow.
another free.
Yes.
And if you've never gone there just to walk around, didn't I take you there? Did I take you there? I've taken several people there
Probably.
to the Audubon Society.
Yes, of course. Well, I know I've been there, but I think I went there. Maybe you and I went there, but I think I went there with Tiffany too.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a perfect.
Yeah.
You can go there. It's so serene. I go there on a Sunday, and people are there reading books,
Yeah.
just with their binoculars, watching the birds.
Right.
And they are renovating it. They put a big pavilion up for
I remember the construction
for
yeah.
teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's good. Yep. The Treasure Coast Symphony Masterworks No. 2, an afternoon with Mozart, Broboden, and Martise is 3 p.m. Sunday at the Jensen Beach High School Concert Hall and Auditorium. It's at 2 p.m. Tickets are $15 for adults and $5 for students. So if you're into a symphony,
Okay.
I'm into more John Philip Sousa
Do you? Yeah.
than classical.
You like marching band stuff, huh?
Well, it's alive and it's upbeat.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's
symphony
positive.
music. Yeah, symphony music goes all over the map.
It does. It can go over. But when they go in the
dull
long
and drab, yeah,
sonatas and this and that,
some
it's like
is just really.
you want to go to sleep.
Some is very restful, peaceful, and some is very busy. You know, it just depends. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
We got the Horsing Around at the Vineyard Mustang Car Show is noon to 4 p.m. Sunday at Summer Crush Vineyard and Winery on 4200 Johnson Road in Fort Pierce. I was there last Sunday. When we came back from Forever, Florida, we stopped there.
Yeah.
What a venue.
Yeah,
they got
really.
a great big open pavilion. I mean, it's covered.
Yeah.
It's like a big pole barn.
Okay.
And then they sell their homemade wine. They sell beer. They have a food venue there, and then they have music. They have games all around the area on the property, and big places for large groups to sit.
So what kind of music?
Every week it's different.
Okay. Well,
So
very
we
good.
had some bluegrass
Oh,
when
all
I
right.
was there
All
last
right.
weekend.
All right.
Let's see who's going to be there this weekend. It doesn't say. It just says includes live music.
All right. Potluck.
And last weekend the venue was for the Habitat of Humanity for
Oh.
St. Lucie County.
Oh, I see.
So they had it was mostly a girls band,
Oh, all right.
and they were wonderful, but it was folk music. So the Great American Cleanup in Fort Pierce is 8 a.m. to noon Saturday at Pale Park at 903 South 21st Street,
Okay.
wherever that is. Volunteers get a free T-shirt and safety supplies and are assigned to teams for various improvement projects, just like we did in Stewart,
Right.
you know, with the painting project.
Right.
And it includes Glidden Park, Garden Club, South Causeway Park, Community Garden, Edgartown and Downtown, and citywide graffiti abatement.
Abatement. Yeah.
Abatement.
That means they're painting over the graffiti.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
Transportation. Thank you for explaining that.
Well, it's for everybody. I mean, because
Yeah,
abatement's kind of one of those funny words. Yeah.
I just thought it was a separate park.
Oh, no. You know
Transportation is provided to and from all locations.
Yeah.
And there's a free, for Frank,
better. All right.
volunteer barbecue at the end of the day.
I like the barbecue idea.
And if you want information, to 772-467-3000. We got to take a break.
Yeah, it's just our
Okay,
last
we'll come
break.
back because I got lots more stuff.
Perfect.
I got the back page here, and I got to go through the front page or not.
Okay.
We'll
All
just
right.
do it. We'll wing it.
No
like
more
we did
back
it.
page. Okay.
Okay, no Batman.
All right.
Robin's here. Ha ha! Here we are.
Yes.
We are back. It's
closing
our
moments,
I
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I know. I want to say hi to Bonnie and Tom. Tom's not doing so good. He had a little procedure done.
Well.
Bonnie came into work today to get out of his hair, and we did hair, so that
Yeah.
was a little pun, which
Yes.
is good.
Yeah.
Gerard is always listening. I mean, he has multiple people that he listens to, so Love Doctors and us. And
Okay.
So we'll say hi to him,
Yes.
and we'll say hi to Lori and Beth if they're out there going to Carrabba's, and
Get well
whoever
soon,
else.
Tom. Yeah.
Yep. Whoever else is listening out there, I know. I heard last night that you had 47 listeners. That's a record. I mean, the guys from was it MB
the Martin County Business Exchange. Yeah.
They said, we have 47 listeners.
Well, you know how this started, right? Because Lee, who co-hosts the show with me on Wednesdays,
Right.
he says he'd complained
They always
about,
asked, how many listeners do
right,
we have?
he picked out a number. He picked like a couple, 2, 3, and then he runs into people like whether he's at
Right.
Publix or Walmart or wherever he
and
is.
and
in his
people
travels.
do listen to us.
And then they buttonhole him. They go, "Hey, I heard your show," and he goes, "Oh," so he has them. So he started this about a year ago. And him and I've been doing this for a while now.
Right.
But anyways, he started keeping track now a year ago, and every time somebody mentions somebody new, he adds them to our numbers. So,
right.
So anyways, but that's kind of it started with
fun.
like a couple,
Yeah.
2, 3.
I know.
So that really means there are.
I
Quite
think
a
we
few
have
people.
a little more of a listening. I mean, I think we're over
Yeah.
50 now.
I think so.
On Friday night. I mean,
think so.
I have people all the time coming, oh, yeah, I listen to your show, yeah. And if I know,
Yeah.
sometimes I'll say,
Give him a shout out. Sure.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening. Oh, and remind our listeners, too, that at 7 o'clock we have the high school game of the week
Oh,
coming
and
up.
who's playing tonight? Jensen
Now,
Beach?
don't ask. I don't know.
Is it South Fork, Jensen Beach, Martin County?
It's going to be one of the high schools. So, anyways.
Well, we know that. I
Well,
mean, hello.
I don't know.
I'm
know who's
blonde,
playing.
and I know.
one of our
hello,
lo-
it's the hippy dippy weather girl.
gonna
that's
be one of our
blonde,
local
and
high
it's one of
schools.
our local high school players is playing another high school.
That's right. Exactly. So it's the high school game of the week. Baseball tonight at 7.
And it's the game of the week. So, and we have no clue who's playing the game of the
we
week.
don't need to know. You just tune in.
Tune
You'll-
in. It's a guessing game.
Here's the thing you know for sure. I'm going to be here. Mike
it's
will
going to be, and Mike's
Mike
gonna
will be doing
does
the
a
play-by-play.
phenomenal.
And it's always a quality game.
It
So
is.
those are the 3 things you need to know. Everything else, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Because, and these high school kids, right, because they play sports on other than high school teams, right, with the Y or other, organizations they play with, right? And so they're always interacting with each other. Sometimes they're on the same team when they're in high schools.
And they live next to each other.
Right.
Sometimes go to different schools.
Right.
And they're best friends.
and they're all good friends. So it's just
It's a win-win situation.
It's just great. It's
Yes.
and so a lot of these students will go to the other games just to watch their buddies play.
and see how they're doing.
Well, yeah, that too.
And
but root them
and
on.
Scoop,
They cheer.
scoop them out.
Yeah.
But what a great segue, because this weekend is the 5th annual Jackie Robinson celebration.
All right.
At the game begins at 1:42 p.m. Sunday at historic Dodgertown, Holman Stadium.
Yes.
In Vero Beach. The
Yeah,
event
Holman
occurs
Stadium.
every year on April 15th, and the day, it's the legend year on the Keller burial in Major League Baseball. So Jackie Robinson broke that Keller barrier.
The color barrier. All right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to play the Dunedin Blue Jays,
Right.
and it's a regular season game for the Mets.
Very cool.
So you are going, is that when you're going Sunday?
Sunday.
With Tom?
Yes.
So you're going up to Vero, and this
No. That'll be they'll be playing the St. Lucie Mets.
They are playing the St. Louis, but they're playing in Vero.
No, they're playing them.
I'm reading this
on
to
Saturday.
you. Watch my lips.
This is Saturday. They're playing the
this
Mets.
is Sunday.
Yes.
So you're not going to this.
They're on their
game.
East Coast tour, and this is what the teams
Okay,
do
so
when
you're going to play Saturday in
right.
St. Lucie, but the historic game is on Sunday.
Sunday. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's all right. It's all good.
Because it's the same teams.
Well, they do that, and then they may have started in Jupiter. They may be playing in Jupiter today, for example, playing one of the minor league teams in either West Palm Beach or Jupiter, and then they'll work their way. But they either go work their way north or
Okay.
south, and they do that.
I was excited that you were going to this very historic game on Sunday.
I would love to go to I would want to go to Holman Stadium because I've never been there, number one, and it's where the Dodgers used to winter.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've been there for concerts,
Okay.
and it's not a huge stadium.
No, I've driven by it. I've never actually been inside the park, though. It looks
I went
like a
to
beautiful.
see Van Perry there
Okay.
with my girlfriend,
Yeah.
and it's a phenomenal stadium, and it's
Right.
all. I mean, we sat on like the dugout or not the dugout, but like first base or
Okay.
second base or something like that.
All right.
to
Behind
see-
the dugout. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
cool.
it was good.
Yeah.
Yes. So okay, we got that. You're going Saturday and not Sunday.
Right.
So
Saturday, I know they're playing the Mets. It's okay.
okay.
But Sunday, if you want to see them, they're playing up in Vero.
Yes, they are.
All right.
Yes,
And they're part of the Blue Jays franchise.
exactly.
Okay.
And that's Toronto.
Correct. Well done, Debbie.
The Indian River Steam Fest is
Mm-hmm.
10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday
Mm-hmm.
at the Indian River County Intergenerational Recreation Center at 1590 Oslo Road. I can't believe I even pronounced that.
You did very well. I'm very
STEAM
impressed.
stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Math.
Yes.
And it's from K to 12.
Mm-hmm.
And students and families specializing presentations, art classes, math science shows, and there's a VIP luncheon. You can go and interact with all of this, and that must be
Yeah.
a big. It's like
It's a big to do, and
is.
it really kind of gives the kids a kind of a nudge to
what you want to do in the future.
right, and it gives them kids that want to
Like-
maybe
like-
explore engineering and other vocations. It really gives them an opportunity to do some really creative things.
The Marine and Wildlife Art Festival and Craft Show and the Indian River Marine Flea Festival and Fishing Show, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday at Indian River Fairgrounds in Vero Beach. There's a lot going on up there.
Yeah, there is.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Then we've got,
But wait, there's more.
yes, no secrets about benefits of Farms Music Garden. So Kai Farms, which partners with Earth Tones and I believe Terra Firmata, has upcoming concerts. The Road Band and local openers Nouveau Honkies are there April 19th, which is next weekend, and Strung Like a Horse, which is a great group, and local support by String Assassins, which is awesome, and Johnny Depp is amazing on April 28th.
Wow.
So call Kai Farms and Kai Music Gardens at 806 Southwest Canner Highway in Indiantown, 772-597-1717. And the Nouveau Honkies are playing at, I believe, the Pelican Cafe tonight.
Okay.
And they're playing at Indian Riverside Park on Monday from 4 to 7.
All right, and if you don't know where the Pelican Cafe is,
It's underneath the bridge.
you can't
on
miss it.
Flagler.
You go on Flagler and you dead end right there, right?
It's true.
Yeah. Perfect.
I know we have 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We can run and walk for the Trimps 4th annual Trimpathon is 16K. Trimpathon. It's a 16K run.
What's
It's out in
I've
the
never heard of
Trimp. It's at the Chimps. Chimps. The chimpanzees.
Okay, Chimpathon.
Chimpathon.
Okay.
Yeah. Did I say it wrong?
Yeah.
No, I think I said it fast.
You said trimp. I didn't know what a trimp
Chimp.
was. I know what a chimp is. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm from Pittsburgh, so you
Okay.
have to, when you talk too fast, it's chimp.
Okay.
It's
Chimpathon.
the chimpanzees.
Okay.
And it's from 6 a.m. is registration, 7 a.m. The race is 7:30, and it's on their property.
Oh.
And this is the biggest
So the chimp.
chimpanzee sanctuary.
Wow.
Open to the public? No. But it is for this.
Whoa.
So they're going to raise money for the chimps.
There's a
the
lot-
Chimps, the chimps, the chimps, the chimps.
Chimps.
We got a horsing around. I think we did the Vineyard Mustang Car Show at the Crush Rhine Vinery. I think we did that. 14th Annual Treasure Coast Pride Fest is noon to 6 Sunday at Riverwalk Center and Indian River Drive in Fort Pierce. There's so much to do.
Yes.
Don't forget the craft show Saturday
Yeah.
and Sunday in downtown Stewart. There's so much more to talk about.
Right.
We have to go.
I know.
We are cut short.
We're gonna
we got our seat stuck out from underneath us.
We'll talk about the chimps when we get back next
The
week.
shrimps and shrimps.
The chimps. I know a little bit about the history about how that chimp sanctuary got started too.
Well, then maybe we need to
Well,
focus on that.
We'll talk about that
maybe
next
we
week.
need to call somebody and have them come in.
That'll be fun.
Yes,
yeah,
it would be.
It's fascinating stuff.
Don't bring a chimp.
Oh no.
A chimp or shrimp.
We'll be back next week.
Okay,
Thanks for
everybody,
listening.
have a great weekend. Friday the 13th. Woohoo!
All right, and then stay
And a
tuned for
green
the high school
moon
sports
coming up.